Hey everyone, welcome to AI Cashflow Lab, where we help you turn AI into serious cash.
Today, I'm going to share something that completely transformed my business over the past 6 months. I'm talking about an AI tool that didn't just increase my sales, it multiplied them by 10. From struggling to hit $4,000 a month to consistently clearing $40,000. And no, this isn't some paid promotion. This is my genuine experience. Before I dive in, let me be clear. This isn't about getting rich quick or some magical button you can press. What I'm about to share requires implementation, testing, and refinement. But if you follow along and apply these strategies to your business, the results can be absolutely game-changing. 6 months ago, my e-commerce store was on life support. I was working 70-hour weeks, running ads that barely broke even, and creating content that got decent engagement, but wasn't converting to sales. I was seriously considering shutting everything down and going back to a regular 9-to-5. That's when I discovered this AI platform that promised to optimize the entire customer journey using behavioral analytics and predictive modeling. Skeptical, so was I, but I was desperate enough to give it a 30-day trial. The initial setup took about a week, connecting my store, email system, ad accounts, and uploading my customer data. The AI needed this information to start learning patterns and identifying opportunities. What happened next genuinely surprised me. Within 3 weeks, I noticed something remarkable happening. My conversion rate had jumped from 1.2% to 3.7%. My average order value increased by 42%, and my customer acquisition cost dropped by 38%. The numbers were undeniable. But what exactly did this AI tool do? Let me break it down into the 5 key areas where it made the biggest impact. First, it completely revamped my product descriptions. The AI analyzed thousands of high-converting product pages across my industry and rewrote my copy to address specific pain points, use persuasive language patterns, and overcome common objections. The difference was night and day. Same products, completely different presentation. Second, it transformed my email marketing. Instead of sending the same sequence to everyone, the AI created 14 different customer segments based on browsing behavior, purchase history, and engagement patterns. Each segment received personalized content and offers at the optimal time. My email revenue jumped from 15% of total sales to 43%. Third, the AI revolutionized my paid advertising. It identified which ad creatives were actually resonating with potential buyers, not just getting clicks, which audiences had the highest lifetime value, not just conversion rate, and even predicted which products would sell best to which segments. My ROAS went from 1.6 to 4.8 in under 2 months. Fourth, it optimized my pricing strategy. This was mind-blowing. The AI found that I was overpricing certain products that could be volume drivers while underpricing premium items where customers were less price-sensitive. After implementing its suggested pricing structure, both sales volume and profit margins increased simultaneously. Fifth, and perhaps most impressively, it created a predictive retention system. The AI could identify with 83% accuracy which customers were likely to churn and proactively deployed personalized offers to keep them engaged. My customer lifetime value doubled as a result. Here's a short version. The tool isn't cheap, with the basic plan at $297/month and mine at $997. But it's bringing in an extra $36,000/month. Great ROI. It needs data to work well, so if you're just starting, results won't be immediate. You'll still need to create core assets. The AI optimizes what's there, not builds from scratch. Trust the process. Some of its suggestions were counterintuitive, but when I let it work, the results were amazing. Let me walk you through my actual implementation process so you can see how this might work for your business. Week 1. I connected all my business systems and uploaded historical data. The AI performed an initial analysis and identified my highest priority opportunities. Weeks 2 to 3. I implemented the first wave of recommendations, focusing on product descriptions and email segmentation. Sales increased by about 40%. Weeks 4 to 6. I rolled out the advertising optimizations and pricing changes. This is when things really started to accelerate, with sales doubling from my original baseline. Weeks 7 to 12. The system continued learning and refining its strategies. The AI started creating predictive models for inventory management, helping me avoid both stockouts and excess inventory. By the end of the third month, I had hit the 10x mark. Months 4 to 6. Fine-tuning and scaling. The AI identified new market opportunities and product line extensions that I hadn't considered. I've since launched 3 new product categories that now account for 30% of total revenue. The most surprising benefit wasn't just the sales increase, it was getting my time back. Because the AI handles optimization across all these channels, I went from working 70 hours weekly to about 25. I'm focusing on strategic decisions while the AI manages the day-to-day optimization. Now I want to address the elephant in the room. Will this AI tool work for every business? No, it won't. If you're in a very niche industry with limited data, the results might not be as dramatic. If your product fundamentally doesn't solve a real problem, no amount of optimization will fix that. But if you have a legitimate business with a solid product or service, proper implementation of this AI technology could be transformative. I've personally introduced it to 5 other entrepreneurs in different industries, from coaching to sales to physical products, and all have seen at minimum a 3x increase in their core metrics. I also want to be transparent about the learning curve. The first month was challenging as I learned how to interpret the AI's recommendations and implement them effectively. There were moments of frustration when I had to trust the system despite my instincts telling me otherwise. But once I got past that initial phase, managing the tool now takes me just 3 to 4 hours weekly.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video.